Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. You know what we're doing today? A little unboxing, or maybe you could call it a unbagging. That's right, we got something here from the Prime, the Amazon Prime. Was this a sale? Yes, it was a sale. This was a part of Barnes & Noble. Sorry, no. This is a part of, sort of. This is a part of Amazon competing with Barnes & Noble's Paramount sale. This is a Paramount movie here, and I wanted to pick it up, but I noticed, if I remember correctly, maybe it's been a while, Barnes & Noble was either out of this product, or it was just a little bit more expensive and Amazon had it a little bit lower. I can't remember. I think it was they were out. So I had to go the Amazon route. Well, this film here is an example of me trying to upgrade my collection. Slowly upgrade my collection. Most of my collection is DVDs because I'm kind of old, and that's when I started, well, I started collecting, I don't know if I collected VHS, but I had VHS, just growing up. So I guess I don't know, I collected the movies I liked, and then started doing that with DVD. Nothing special. It was always kind of a movie that I love or a movie that I was interested in watching. A lot of blind buys. So yeah, most of my collection is DVDs. And I like to upgrade when possible, especially if I like the addition, like, ooh, this is a nice cover, this is nice packaging, something like that. And that's sort of what this is today. So, once more, it's in here. It's an upgrade, which is always hard for me to do. Why? Because I already own the movie, right? Well, let's see what we got. I know what we got. I'm very excited for it. Are you ready? I don't know. All right, here we go. Wow, the greatest show on earth. This is a Best Picture winner, and that's what I'm really focusing on right now when I talk about updating my collection. If you look from here to here, those are the complete list, the complete collection of Best Picture winners. I have every single one of them. Actually, a couple of them are in movie stacks that I have down here, so they're not all up there right now, but I do own every single one. But most of that collection is DVD, and I think every film is nearly every film is available on Blu-ray or 4K. And I have the DVD version of The Greatest Show on Earth, and then this Paramount Presents version came out. I was like, oh, I gotta get that, but then I didn't for some reason, because it's very difficult for me to upgrade. But I recently got my dream job, which gives me a little bit of extra scratch, and I was like, you know what I need to do? If I'm gonna spend any of this in a fun way rather than, bills and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is focus on my Best Picture collection up here and try and upgrade it. So what we have here is a Blu-ray version of this film. Now, this is the Best Picture winner of, help me, I think it's 1952, but if I'm wrong, please let me know. Right here. This is my original version, which I kind of love, actually, this cover art, because it is so out-of-pocket crazy. It's just, I don't know, something about it just looks like it was made on, like a bootleg or something. Like somebody made it on their computer at home and then printed it out. Here's the back here. This is a really cool movie because it has Charlton Heston and Jimmy Stu. That's James Stewart right there. Cecil B. DeMille's The Greatest Show on Earth. This film is really cool, as it is one of Steven Spielberg's greatest inspirations for becoming a filmmaker. And Steven Spielberg became, well, I guess, yeah, he's my favorite director. Oh, wow, really, really original. But my favorite filmmaker, and he made my favorite movie, which is Hook. That really doesn't have much to do with this movie, but anyway, when he was a child, he watched the train crash scene and he thought it was amazing, and became obsessed with it. If you've ever seen The Fabelmans, watch that. And I have a daughter who's like that. Like, we'll come home from a movie and then she will obsess over it and reenact it and like set up her toys in a way to recreate the movie, reenacts it, recreates it, becomes obsessed with it. And I'm like, my daughter is the next Spielberg. Wow. So excited. Not saying she has to go into movies or even like movies. Movies may not even exist by the time, she's 18. But anyway, oh yeah, I had another fact about this. So this movie here, so here's the updated version right there. But this movie here, as I'm talking, I'm going to be opening this, but let me show you the back of this actually. Check out the back. Right there. A little Charlton Heston there. Talking about my buddy Jimmy Stew right there. Some spine action for you. You looking for that spine? I got it for you. Looking for the spine. You know whose spine I don't want is Zelda from Pet Sematary. Ooh. But yeah, while I'm talking, let me open this for you. If I have the tools, do I have the tools? Do I have the talent? Okay, I'll do it with a scissor, but this is dangerous. Don't try this at home. What I think you really need is maybe like a toothpick. I'd like to use a toothpick on this little saran shrink wrap thing going on. But yeah, this movie, oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. So it's a Best Picture winner, but sometimes regarded as the worst Best Picture winner of all time. I don't agree with that. Also, there's a tiger in this movie. So I don't know about the animal cruelty stuff here, but I always like worry when I'm watching this. I've only seen it probably 2 or 3 times, but yeah, probably, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, at least, I've seen it at least 2 times. I know that for sure. Maybe 3 times. But anyway, this is often noted as the worst Best Picture winner, and I would say maybe some today could, be in the running for that. But I don't know, like, more modern, more recent films could be in the running. Like, I don't know, it's weird because it's not like it's a bad movie, but it doesn't feel like a Best Picture. I'm talking about Coda. Coda feels like a made-for-TV saccharine film, not artistic. I don't know. It just doesn't have cinematic quality to it. I like it. I teared up during it. I think it's a fine film to watch, but Best Picture winner. And that's the thing. So, because I don't think it's a bad movie, maybe it's not the worst Best Picture winner, but I don't think it is Best Picture level. Does that make sense? I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I was moved by it, but I don't think it is Best Picture worthy, right? And there are probably others up here that are bad movies, right? So I can't say like Coda's a bad movie because I was moved by it. But there's probably some up here that I'm not thinking of right now that didn't move me, and that would also be considered bad across the board. Like The Great Ziegfeld doesn't move me, but I also acknowledge its grandeur. Does that make sense? I don't know, it's tough. Best means a lot of different things. It really does. It can also mean, like, it doesn't always have to be technical craft. Because Avatar, I think there's an argument to be made that Avatar was the best movie of that year, but it went to Hurt Locker, right? But you could say with everything that James Cameron invented to create that movie, or his team invented to create that movie, you got to give it Best Picture, right? That makes sense to me. If that's where they voted, if they're like, you know what, we have to acknowledge the science here. But another film like, or remember when Black Panther was nominated? People were like, it's a superhero movie. It's Iron Man part 20, you know, 22 or whatever. It's part of a franchise, you know. But you could argue like best means a lot of different things, and that felt like a cultural movement, right? It was highly successful. People were going to that movie in droves, like costumed as the characters. It was like a shift in the superhero genre. Maybe not technically to the level, or in artistry the level of Best Picture, but culturally the best, you know, of that year, of the moment, right? Does that kind of make sense? And then sometimes top of the box office, you know, like Titanic. Although I'd probably argue that's the best one anyway, but Titanic, or Avatar, again, could use that as an example. But when something like blows everything else out of the water, you know, there's an argument to be made. Sometimes maybe just appealing to the masses could mean best. Best means a lot of different things, I guess, is what I'm getting to. Anyway, this film here has the nice slip cover right here. This is number 16 of the Paramount Presents collection. It has the clear case here. Let me just show you the disc art, which I think looks very bad. That looks like trash to me. Is that a hot take? I'm not very negative. I'm not a negative person. Man, I feel like I'm getting old there. Let me tighten that line there. Or get rid of that line. Get rid of that rink. Crow's feet. Let me straighten them out. I think this disc art looks like it was printed off of a printer from the 1990s when you were burning a disc for your girlfriend or a girl you were interested in, and then slapped that sticker on top. It looks that bad. That is rough. I'll break it smooth. Rough. And then we have some wonderful imagery here from the film. My DVD is a very bad transfer, so I'm excited to see what this Blu-ray looks like at some point. Especially the end. There's an end scene, like a parade sort of thing, if I remember correctly, where there's some overlapping of film, and you can see that we're looking at two strips of film at the same time, and it looks really bad. I'm curious if that was adjusted at all here. But let me show you what I'm extremely interested in. Actually, let me read this to you first. There's some text here on the inside. If you didn't read it when I held it up, it says, ooh, the smoothness of a brand new disc. It says, the old-fashioned big top circus is now an artifact of history, so this film preserves it for all time. I'll agree with that. I've only been to one big top circus ever in my life. It was interesting. But you know why I like Paramount Presents? I'll show you why. This is the slipcover, right? You're like, oh, cool, an O card. An O card. Let me turn this O into a Q. Let me transform that, actually. So here, O card. Transformers. Posters in disguise. Check it out, right there. I'm talking about that Cecil B. DeMille, The Greatest Show on Earth poster right here, color by Technicolor. This is why I love Paramount Presents, because it comes with this little hidden poster on the inside of the slip. Check it out. Am I making a thumbnail right now? Maybe I am. Am I making a thumbnail right now? Maybe I am. I'm updating my collection. Trying to update it. Slowly, but maybe surely. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. I love it. Again, Betty Hutton, Cornell Wilde, Charlton Heston, Dorothy Lamour, Gloria Graham, and then over here, hidden on this side, Jimmy Stu. Our buddy Jimmy Stu right there. Join the circus, running from his life. Criminal. Whoops, spoilers. Ooh. Mickey Mouse is in this. A very frightening Mickey Mouse. What's that Steamboat Willie movie that's coming out? Screamboat Willie? Yeah, probably a sequel to this film. Man, I'm really excited to have this. I do like this movie. I do. I think it's interesting. I think it has some good mystery to it, good twists and turns. The characters go through some interesting things. I don't know. I like it. I like it. It is a populist film. And I have it on Blu-ray right now, and I'm going to add this to the collection up there, and this will go, I don't know, somewhere over there. Very excited. So, have you seen The Greatest Show on Earth? And if so, what do you think about it? I'd love to know. How do you go about updating your collection? If you have something on DVD, do you upgrade it or do you not? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.